Hi guys, this is my new BISSELL Power Fresh steam mop, and this is my, actually just started to use her, and I'm going to plug her in so you can see how it works right there, because this doesn't have really a power button, it just has the steam level button. So as soon as I plugged it in, the steam level light is blinking. And for you to choose the steam level that you want, which would be level 1, level 2, and level 3, is when this blue light goes steady. Since it's still blinking, it's still preparing the whole thing. Again, there is no other button. This is the only button that you can press. There's no on and off. The last time I had a BISSELL steam mop, it had an on and off button, and then you had you had the different levels to get the steam. And I like that it has 3. I actually tried the 1, and this is kind of a little dry for me. The 2 was semi-dry too. I prefer the highest one. That's a personal preference. And there she goes, and that's when you know it's working. So if you've seen my pictures on the before and after of my floor, and of course the mop, on how filthy it was, my floor didn't look really filthy at all. It didn't even look dirty, and I went through it and you see all that nasty stuff on there. And of course the mop head is incredibly filthy. Just so you know, I do vacuum, and I also do have a not a steam mop, but like a regular mop. And I would like squirt like a floor cleaner solution, and I would mop it off, and that would actually get dirty too. But there is just a big difference between a regular mop and a steam mop, where it can actually just get all the other grime stuff that is just in there that you don't even notice. This is actually my first time to use this particular product. What I would recommend is that if you want something that is really quite affordable for a steam mop, this is definitely one of those. I will try to update this though, after like using it for a year or so, and see if it still holds up. I'm very impressed with the water tank, because I did use the highest setting, which is this one right here. There was a bunch of people, or a few people, that reviewed in regards that when they did the highest setting, it made their floor like it had a puddle. That didn't happen with me. I think they had a defaulted product, and it's a good thing that they went back and I returned it. I think if that happens to you, you probably have a faulty unit, and you should probably exchange it. This is one of those very, very affordable steam mops. If you want to try this out before, or you want to not try the more expensive ones, it's definitely worth the money so far. Let me just show you something real quick. So this is the water tank, and it is really, really tiny, and I didn't even get to finish it. Majority of the floor of my house and the first floor is either tile or any kind of hard surface. There is probably like 10% of it that is carpet, which in time we will be changing that, if we want to, because carpet is kind of not really working for us. It's just not for us. And I did use the highest setting, and initially I really thought with the small tank that it wouldn't really last very long and I had to refill it, but it really does, it really worked out, and I cleaned all the floors and I still have some left. It does stay, you do have a choice of like a BISSELL cleaner, floor cleaner that you can pour in here if you want to. We don't choose to do that. What we choose to do is, we chose to do like our water, which is, reverse osmosis. It's suggested you use distilled. Reverse osmosis is definitely cleaner than, distilled. And the reason that they suggest distilled is because I think like a lot of stuff that you might just get in your faucet will, like the minerals and all that stuff will definitely probably clog in the machine. And it just says press tank firmly down. And when you do put it in, all you have to do is just shove it down and it's ready. That's it. So the other BISSELL that I used to have, you can hear a click when you pop it down, and I think you had to press something to pop the tank up, and the tank was about 2 to 3, I mean like 2.5, I would say like 250% bigger than this one. It was definitely really, really big. And what I do remember is that when I would clean a floor, if it like one of our apartments was really big, in the middle of it, I had to refill the tank because it would just run all the water. But this one is really, obviously they've changed the model and they've improved it a lot in regards to that. So you don't have to really stop. The only thing that I really don't like about it is it doesn't have an on and off button. So when you plug it in, it automatically starts. As you have seen in the beginning of my video, it automatically starts the heating process, I guess, to get it started. And then you pick your steam level that you prefer. Again, the first level was really dry for me. Like after, you know, like you shove it forward and when you pull it back, it was still kind of dry for me. And I tried the second level. When I did that, there was still a lot of dryness for me. I would say like 25 to 30%. So I did the 3, and that just completely made it 100% that, you know, there was moisture on the floor, and anything, you know, it just made me feel that it really was steaming every single inch of the floor. So that made me feel better. It is definitely a personal preference in regards to the level of steam that you prefer. For me, that's my preference. And you can't just, there's no button to turn it off. The only way you can turn it off is to unplug it. I've had to unplug and plug this back in different parts of the house because the cord only goes so far, which is normal. You know, when you do a vacuum and stuff like that, you always got to do that. And I think that's also kind of like a safety issue because you don't want to hit like something in between, right? I would definitely recommend this. When we decided to get this, we were just kind of thinking, well, it's kind of on the low end, but it does have a ton of reviews. The great thing about getting something very affordable is that the reviews are definitely that many due to its affordability level. And when so many people are able to try it, you do get more data from that. So that's the big advantage of that. Because actually, my husband was planning on getting something that was, I think, over double the price for this one. So I just kind of thought, why don't we just look around and see and test it out? In the worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out, we can get the more expensive one. So the Mop Pad, you can actually get refills for, and don't worry, this will be down in the description section, just like all my social media accounts. So I hope you want to connect. And also, I hope you enjoy my video. You can hit the like, subscribe, and of course the bell so you're notified every single time I do upload a new video. My previous BISSELL, it had Velcro, which really kind of wear and tears pretty hard in the end, like later on, and you really gotta keep buying more of the pads. This one, I'm curious in how it's going to live up. It doesn't have a pad right now because I tossed it in the wash, which it has a garter on the top here, so it stays on top, and of course the bottom is where the pad is supposed to be. So far, I'm really impressed with this. this steam mop. It has a really, really great price point. It works extremely well. So far it has surpassed my expectations. I didn't really think it was going to work this well for such an affordable piece of house cleaning appliance. And she's very, very light. And like I said, the only really thing that I have an issue with was the on and off button. But I think I'll get used to it. And here's another thing. When you're not using it, like when this here isn't tilted, if this is upright like this, and you turn it on, and it's still kind of getting the steam going and stuff like that, there's no puddle on the floor. The other one, the old one that we had, which was like, man, I got that one like close to 10 years ago. Maybe 8 years ago. I'm not really sure. It's an old model, and they haven't really, I know it's at least over 5 years ago. They don't sell that model anymore because it's been so long ago. I think that's why it needed an on and off button, because it will actually provide like a puddle on the floor. But also it did, no, I think I'm mistaken. I think I'm thinking of something else. There was a different product. So I apologize for that. Actually, that had an on and off button, and you actually had to press something down when you're ready to let the steam out. So I'm thinking of something else. Yes, I have tried so many different products throughout the years. I really hope this helped you. Anybody who is interested in purchasing this steam mop, and also how it kind of works if you're new to steam mop appliances. And anything else, let me know down in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support, and I'll see you guys again next time. Bye.